I'm a young black queer that lives in Lokshini. This is not a tin house, it's a home to me. Any regrets? No. Ever since that I found out about my HIV status, it was a matter of me running away from home, but it was me finding independence. So ever since then, I never looked back. So hence you see where I am right now. So I've always been a person that wants to be independent, even though this is where I grew up at, but I always like to have my own space. If you live in the shack, then you would know. I think most importantly, the challenges would be when it's bad weather outside. That's when you experience, because if you're sleeping, you're like, oh, I hope my roof doesn't blow off. But I think that would be some of the challenges. But for me, the comfort living in this place, I get to be a lot in my mind and be on myself and figure out what the next steps are for me for the future. What I love most about my home, it's my safe space. This is where I feel safe. This is where when I open this door, I can literally feel I am home. So that's why I would love mostly about my home. I started my content creation journey this year, but it's weird how it's blowing off. But yeah, I've started it this year in January. So I think I've always been a person that likes to share, most importantly about my life and all of that, because I think I've always been an oversharer. But once I was in a point in my life where I was comfortable about my status, as I said, you never know what we're going through. We are a generation that is very broken, but as much as my life is also not perfect, but just to show like the small things that we have and not being ashamed where you come from in your background, and that should not determine where or what your future holds for you. So it is basically me showing people that, listen, you can do it. Doesn't mean just because you come from a shack that you can't go out there and fight for what you want and for your future as well. So that this is not a tin house. There was a comment that happened on social media, someone that was just like, Seba, the expectations that they have for like young people that are working out there, they called it the tin house, but this is not a tin house. It's a home to me, and it's a home to a lot of people, young people in South Africa that lives in the same situation that I live in. So I just wanted to just clear that up, that this is a home to us. It is quite important to have a community, because through that community you are able to figure out yourself, you're able to see how other people live their lives, you are able to see different perspective from different people, and then in that you are able to maneuver and figure out who you are actually as a person. So yeah, I think community is quite important, and it helps you to grow as well as a person. So the way that I'm living, it has taught me to be much more grateful of what I have, because I think sometimes we take for granted of what we have, but it's still that I still have a roof over my head. That's one thing that I'm grateful for, and be able to push my content while I'm here in my safe space. How I see the world now, things have happened to me in the past where I was at a point where I literally lost everything, including my car. But now it has taught me to be much more well-grounded, because this is me starting over to say, listen, I'm going out there and claiming whatever that belongs to me, but I'm doing that being grateful of what I currently have right now. When I'm here, I'm able to think more, I'm able to be on my thoughts, I'm able to be my most vulnerable as I can be, because as I said, this is my safe space. This is where my juices get to flow and come up with these creative ideas as well. I've been in a bad mental state before, so I don't want to go there. So, and as long as I'm content with where I am, then I'm blocking the outside noise. I am a hard worker, and whenever that I fall, I always pick up myself and make sure, but listen, I am here to push, and I'm gonna get where I want to be, but I just need to keep on pushing. There's nothing that I would change, because as I said, it keeps me grounded, it keeps me focused, it keeps me to be able to understand life, to navigate this life. So it is part of my journey, so I wouldn't change it, because if it was not here, probably I wouldn't be where I am heading to right now. So it is part of my journey, so I wouldn't change anything at all. Any regrets? No. I don't have any regrets. I feel like everything that happened happened for a reason, and I've been beating myself up for the past 5 years before I came out about my status publicly, and I was always beating myself up, but now I came to a point where I'm realizing some things happen for a reason, and if it did not happen to me, I don't know where my life would be, but I'm grateful that I'm at this point in my life, and it shaped me for the person that I am at this point in life. So there's nothing, no regrets, zero. So the pros would definitely be about how people then are able to get so much access into my life, but the cons as well might be on safety purposes, because I know obviously not everyone is going to be happy about how I live my life. I'm a young black queer that lives in Lokshini, so there might be advantages and disadvantages to that. What makes a home to me, it needs to be warm, it needs to be safe, it needs to have comfortability. My dream home, it's gonna be a beautiful home that when you walk inside you can feel like you are home, a place that is gonna be safe, a place that is gonna have comfort, a place that is gonna be living in with non-judgment. Whoever that would want to come and visit me, they know that it's a space, it's a safe space to be at. But I see it like a nice 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom anyana, you see. I would say that in whatever that you might be coming from, it is quite important to be grateful for what you have and accepting your situation, because once you accept, you are able to work with what you have and appreciate what you have as well.